Hi. Oh my gosh.
You see all of them?
Hello.
Yes. Here, we're going to try to scooch everybody in a little closer here so you can see everyone. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Can you hear us okay?
Yes.
Yes. It's very nice to meet you all.
Can you say it's nice to meet you?
It's nice to meet you too.
Okay.
All right.
So-
We're going to let you start with your introductions.
Okay. Sure. So I'm going to hear, so you can hear, I'm the one talking. Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm not a mentor, but I'm helping set up all the mentors with all of you guys. I'm Sarah. I'm a nonfiction writer, and hi. You'll see me some of the time, but here, I'm going to introduce you to the rest of the mentors. Yeah, you can hold it.
Hey guys, I'm Andrew. Did it last year, so I know a few of you were my people last year, and I've got Blake and Brendan. What's up, guys? Looking forward to working together. Yeah, I'm gonna pass the computer.
Hi guys, I'm Liz. I'm a fiction writer and I'm excited to work with some of you guys.
Hi guys, my name's Eva. I'm a fiction writer. I'm working with Marley and Carter, and I can't wait to read you guys' writing.
Hi, I'm Stephanie, and I'm working with Emily and Lexi, and I'm a nonfiction writer, and very excited. Hi, I'm Orla. I'm a nonfiction writer, and I'm working with Brandon and Sophia, and I'm so excited to be working with you.
Hi, I'm Gabby. I'm working with Chris and Abby, and I'm a fiction writer here at Columbia.
Hi, I'm Kendra. I'm working with Ethan and Ella, and I'm a nonfiction writer. I'm excited to work with you guys.
Okay. So now we don't have everybody's mentors here today, so if you don't see your mentor, don't panic. They were very sad they couldn't make it, but we were trying to get as many people in one room as possible. So I know you guys had some questions for our writers. Is that true?
Yes.
Yes. Would you guys like to ask a few questions?
Okay, Blake, why don't you step over here so that they can see you? You have to, kind of scoot down.
Yeah, okay.
Can you see Blake?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Go ahead.
What advice can you give us about what to do when we get stuck and don't know what to write?
It's a great question.
Okay, you can sit down.
Does anybody have some good advice? I think Gabby has some good advice. Hold on.
One of my professors told me to go sentence by sentence, so maybe you can write an interesting sentence and see all the different ways that you can take your story with the next sentence, and then just keep writing every sentence.
I like that. That's a good way to think about it.
Okay, Sophia, you want to come on up?
We will need to answer a series of interview questions about our characters so we can get to know them better. Like, what's his favorite book? Where does he live? How does he dress? Do you have any suggestions for this assignment?
Ooh. Anyone have any suggestions? Sure. Here, I'm gonna pass the computer here so you can hear her.
When you're trying to develop a character, maybe think about introducing someone to your best friend, and think about all the things that you would want someone else to know about your best friend, and then you could ask those questions.
We lost our What happened? Wait 1 second. We lost our connection to you.
Okay.
It's like
We can see them.
Well, we can still see you. We just can't see you on the big screen. Can anybody
okay.
look this way? Maybe our light blew out. Okay. Now they're looking right at you.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
The mob. All right. Before we go on to the game, and I cued them in that we were going to put you guys in the hot seat to share the game that they've been playing and they've been really enjoying, Cards Against Normality. I just want to check to see if anybody has a question that you would like to ask that was not written down. Ella, why don't you share your question?
If you have writer's block, what do you do?
Good question. Anybody have an answer for writer's block? Here, Liz has an answer for us. Let's see what Liz has to say.
Okay, hi. So when I have writer's block, I like to go outside and try to describe everything that I see that looks interesting. So if I see a weird dog on the street or an ice cream truck, I'll go and describe that ice cream truck and look around me in the world for interesting things to write about.
I think that's great advice.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. We're a little shy today. So
Okay.
all right. So are you game to try the game?
So I had them take a look at your summaries, and I let them have their cards. Yes. So they've come up with some stories of their own.
Okay.
Can I have them share?
Of course.
Are you guys willing to listen to their stories?
Do you-
Okay. Would anyone like to go first? Okay, we have our first up here. I'll hold it while you read.
Okay, sure. All right, so I was thinking about the chained relationships prompt, and what I was thinking about was what the day-to-day life of a monkey son would look like if he was being raised by Dr. Rodman, the doctor. So I said, Caesar doesn't like being referred to as a monkey/son. Why not just a son, like all his friends from school? It was so unfair. At least he got to wear human clothes, though, like the brand new high-top sneakers Dr. Rodman got him for earning the perfect attendance award in 7th grade. But now the leash. It was a humiliation. So he bit a few people. Who cares? And the neighbor's dog, he started it, a fact that Caesar would be happy to explain if anyone cared to listen. He would have to do better. Try harder. Monkey sons, much like little kids, have to prove that they can make it through the day without biting. And if they continue to treat him badly, he'd show them all right.
Ooh, nicely done.
That was a good one. Yeah. We're a very supportive audience.
Yes. Here, would you like to hear another one?
Yes.
Yes.
Can we hear them all?
Oh, I think Andrew's ready. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, Blake, I heard yours, dude. And the video was really good. I'm a little bit intimidated. You're so enthusiastic. I'm worried mine's not going to hold up, but we'll see. All right. I had it pretty good. First, cheeseburgers for breakfast, breakfast for dinner, my own PS4, with any game a monkey could want. But I was all alone. The only friends I had were the other nerds I played Fortnite with online. Rodman, or Roddy the Rod Rodman, as I like to call him, the Rodster himself. Best an ape could ask for. He was ashamed of me, I could tell. He'd keep me on a leash like some kind of animal, a freak. But all that changed when the real freaks came. You've seen them before. Undead, rotting flesh. They walk with a limp. Smell like a wet dog wrapped in a gym sock. Walkers, El Deaderinos. They eat people, which is gross and scary. But I'm not people. I'm a monkey. Now my greatest weakness is my greatest strength. I can walk among them. I can swing from the trees where they can't even see me. My leash, my prison, is now my greatest weapon. I can take out 3 of those things with one swing. Now I'm protecting Dr. Rod. And I'm going after my Fortnite friends, too. That's that.
Very good. So he must have had the zombie attack card.
It's that card. I know that one was pretty easy to figure out, right? You did a good job with the zombie card.
Yes, definitely.
Did any of you get the zombie card?
Yes, Gray got the zombie card.
I did.
Nice.
I did.
Here, should we do another one?
Yes.
Would anyone else like to go? Oh, now we're getting shy. I'll go. Okay, Orla.
Hello. I chose moving ahead 3 spaces. What would happen if you fast forward past the ending 3 years? So it goes, Caesar, a researcher completing his PhD on human studies in Colombia, He studies human behavior and likes to test his cooking recipes on his number one subject, Dr. Rodman.
Oop, you froze. Should we try it again? Shit. Oop, and it was just about to come on.
It'll work. The Skype froze. Maybe if we retry, it'll.
Yeah, we'll retry it.
Maybe if we reboot the entire system,
Sorry, we lost you for a moment.
That's okay. That's okay.
We were really enjoying Orla's story, but we just got the first couple of lines. So intriguing. Can you continue? Can she continue?
Here. Oh. Yeah. Let's try it.
Okay,
Try again.
I'm going to start again. Okay. Cesar, a researcher, is completing his PhD on human studies at Columbia. He studies human behavior and he likes to test his cooking recipes on his number one subject, Dr. Rodman. Monkeys and apes run the planet now, and every day humans undergo training to walk professionally on 4 limbs before their breakfast, lunch, and dinner of spinach with extra vitamins. Spinach helps inspire hair growth so that they too can be like their monkey brothers. Dr. Rodman cannot play with other humans, and he can't run free, but he is kept alive because of his dedication to science and the understanding he has of the monkey mind. Sometimes, when Dr. Rodman gets frustrated, he snaps his human teeth against the cage he now lives in. Caesar reaches his giant hand in to his old friend and pats his hair, and then he feeds him a giant banana.
Wow.
Yeah, move ahead 3 spaces.
Very intriguing.
Yes. Did you guys want to ask us any other questions about the game? No?
They're hoping to hear another story.
Right? Anyone else brave enough to go? I can share. Oh! I see someone in the back with their hand raised. Who is that in the back?
Well, he's
Just
yeah, one of ours. Yeah, Ethan's always ready to share, but we were hoping that somebody else there would want to share a story. We'll be very nurturing and supportive. No?
Mine if you want.
Okay, yes, definitely.
Okay. Oh, goodbye, Eva. Bye, guys. Okay. So I tried it too. I had the zombie horde card as well, but I feel very insecure now because I don't quite have that. But I was thinking, what would happen if there was a zombie apocalypse after the story ended? So here was my idea. So it's been a few years. Dr. Rodman, Caesar, and the monkeys and apes have to team up together to save the world against a horde of angry zombies. Caesar is the only one who realizes that zombies can understand human words, but not human sign language. So when he sees Dr. Rodman is being cornered by and attacked by brain-thirsty zombies, he has to...
Ethan, sit down.
It's always at the good part. Don't hang up this time.
What does it say?
Cliffhanger.
Action loss.
Cliffhanger.
The monkeys and apes come together for a truce. For now.
Just keep
going. You froze for about a minute in your story.
Oh, no.
What part did we hear it up till? The horde of zombies and humans were cornered?
Okay, so you got the most suspenseful part. Okay.
Yes.
So Caesar's the only one who can see the best way for Dr. Rodman to escape. So instead of yelling to him how to escape, he signs with human sign language the best way for him to escape. So Dr. Rodman escapes and he apologizes to Caesar for putting him on a leash and not treating him like a human child. And Caesar accepts his apology. The humans and the monkeys and apes come to a truce, for now at least.
Oh,
I didn't get to spend as much time. Yeah. Anybody else? Okay, we have one more. Here we go.
Hi. Okay. So I did the move ahead 3 spaces one. So thinking about if the ending was pushed back 3 years. Okay. apes rule the world now. Everything is as it was before, except the opposite. Now humans are in the zoo, and humans are kept as pets. Humans are beginning to forget that it was any other way. Until one day, a child who has grown up being raised as a pet has a dream about when humans were free. Through sign language, he communicates with his ape owners, and they come up with a plan where humans and apes can live as equals peacefully.
What do you guys think of that?
That's hopeful and optimistic. All right, do any of you have any other questions? Think about the novel writing process. Is there any advice that you need about a specific area that we have not spoken about? Marley, you want to come on up?
I know I said this in my Flipgrid video to Eva, but what do you suggest doing when you run into a plot hole?
Ooh, good question. Does anyone want to talk about plot holes? That's a hard one. I think sometimes I can give some advice. I know sometimes when I hit a plot hole and I don't know where to go next, sometimes what I do is I write around it. So I'll make a little note to myself and say, I know I have to get from point A to point B, so I'll write what I know, and then I put a little gap where I don't know. And sometimes I'll just mark plot hole, how to get from point A to point B. And that's usually when I share it with somebody else. And then I tell them what I want and where does my story start and begin. And I'm having trouble getting my character from their house to the bank to rob the bank. I don't know how they're going to get there. And sometimes it's really nice to be able to have someone else read my story. I do together.
You skipped a little bit, but that's okay. We got most of what you said. Now, I'm not sure if we can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
When we talk about plot holes in class, and I may be explaining it to them incorrectly, but the way we've used the term is sometimes when you're writing, you have all of the information in your head, and you almost assume that the reader has the benefit of all the knowledge that's in your mind. So you skip parts. And when the reader is reading the story, they are confused because they don't know how you got from A to D because you actually skip parts B and C. Or you skip some important information. Or there's something that doesn't make sense, like your character is an orphan, and then in the next scene, they're talking to their mom. So
big plot hole.
So one of the things that we discussed is you should always reread what you've written.
Yes.
And read to an audience, your mom, your dad, someone who can give you some feedback. So if there's anything else that you can add to that, that's great. If not, we'll move on.
Yeah, here.
Something that I find helpful is if someone else reads your work aloud to you, so then you're not in control of the reading, and sometimes that can help you see if there's something that you've missed because you're hearing it from someone else's voice, and then you're like, oh, that didn't make sense. You can go back and fix it.
That's very good advice.
Maybe stepping away from it for a while, reading it again a couple of days later when, your brain's fresh or you're not right into it. It's almost like reading it again for the first time. You forgot a little bit. So.
Yeah. And I would also say, always overwrite. It's better to have too many details and take them out later than not have enough details and have people saying, why are they talking to their mom now? Or wait a second, who is this other person we didn't know about? We can always take things away or edit later, but I think I like all those suggestions. Have someone else read it to you and take a look at it, step away from it for a little while, and also don't be afraid of details. We can always take them out later. It's better to have too much to work with than too little.
Does anybody have any other question? Chris, come on down.
You guys want to come over this way? Then we can kind of...
My question is, if you don't know like what words to use and you don't have like any good books at home, what source can you use to think of a word, to brainstorm a word, that you could use in your writing.
Make some new words up.
You up a new word. That's true.
Did you hear what he said?
Yeah, make words
He said
up.
make words up.
Any ideas for where you can get good words?
Google.
Dictionary.
Dictionary.
Thesaurus. Thesaurus.
And there's probably online thesaurus too.
Yeah, there is.
Dictionary.com.
Siri. Yeah, Siri.
Alexa.
Other books.
Siri can help.
I mean, that's something to help out with too when we're giving you your feedback. You know, being thinking of this word that kind of means this. I mean, I'd be happy to help you a little bit there.
Yeah. I think
The more you read too, the more you make the best writers.
one thing I like to do when I'm reading is if I see a sentence I really like or a word I really like, I write it down in a notebook separately. And that way later, if I don't really know what kind of words I want to use for a particular piece I'm writing, I can just look back at my notebook and get ideas. So another thing to do when you're reading is to find words you like. Maybe they sound funny, or they're good action words, or you just like them. You can start writing them down, and then you'll suddenly have this notebook full of words that are great for when you're not sure what kind of words to use.
Okay. Anybody else? Abby, come on over. We're warming up now.
What if you want to type something but you can't think of the words to type in your mind, and you want to type it but you just don't know how to say it?
You don't know how to express it.
Yeah.
That's tough.
So when I'm trying to write and I don't know what to write, I just try to get momentum. So I try to write whatever words I can think of as fast as I can. And sometimes that helps me break through the feeling of frustration when I just don't know what to write. So when you don't know what to write, just, again, like look around, think about what's around you, and just like to get your fingers moving. Like once you get your fingers moving, your brain also kind of follows along.
That's great advice.
And one of the things that we do here at our school is to draw pictures. So sometimes what you can't think of how to put it down in words, you might be able to put it down, express it in pictures, and that might inspire the words after. Okay? Whoops. Everybody's okay here. All right. Before we go, do any of our mentors have any questions for any of our students?
That's a great question. Do we have any questions? Sure.
Yeah, maybe some of you can tell me your favorite place to write.
Great question.
Okay. Who can share about their favorite place to write?
Ooh.
Okay, both you and Ethan, come on up, because you haven't had a chance.
Probably my favorite place to write. We have this big green recliner in our family room, and I just like to relax on it and type.
And this is Brennan, by the way, just so you know.
Brennan.
And not to be confused with his brother Carter. Okay. Identical.
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 Okay, and this is Ethan.
Hi. My favorite place to write is either in my bedroom or in my living room.
And what makes that a good place for writing?
In my bedroom, I feel safe because I'm under my nice, warm, comfortable bed.
Okay.
And then in my living room, it's a good place because right after, I usually just watch a nice TV show.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds great.
So it sounds like one of the things both places have in common is that they should be relaxing,
Yeah, they are very relaxing.
but not so relaxing that you fall asleep, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I do go in La La Land to imagine some things.
Okay. I understand. I can relate.
Fair.
Okay. We'll take one more. Reese, you want to share your good writing place?
My favorite place to write is in my bedroom in my loft.
Okay.
Ooh.
And Mari, do you want to share too? Come on.
My favorite place to write is my bedroom because it's nice and quiet.
Ooh. That makes sense.
Right, so it's not distracting at all.
Yeah.
You can concentrate. Okay.
Here, I have a question for you guys. What's your favorite book, or maybe not your favorite book? What's the best book you've read recently? Oh,
Okay.
ooh, lots of hands. Lots of
Jossie.
hands.
Just.
Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
And
Excellent.
what is good about that book?
I like the Harry Potter series in general. So
Oh.
that was just a good book that I liked.
Yes.
My favorite book that I've read recently was I tried Murder on the Orient Express.
Ooh.
And
Classic.
I really liked it because the ending was just it was so surprising.
Yeah. That's a mystery too, right?
Yeah.
The book that I liked a lot that I just read was A Wrinkle in Time, and I haven't read it for a while.
But you
It was
really like it.
I've read it a bunch of times. So.
Fantasy. Okay. Who has not had Brandon? Come on up.
One of the books that I just read that I thought was fun, it was Understanding Complex Mathematical Theories. It's by something Rossman. That was the author.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good for you.
I
Will you
can't.
me?
I forget who it was by.
That's okay.
It was something Rossman. It was the author.
I can't wait till they make it into a movie. It'll be really good.
Great movie. 8 times 56.
Who has not been up to speak to the mentors? Oh, come on, raise your hand. Who hasn't been up? Carter,
I haven't.
come on. You must have a favorite book.
Okay.
My favorite book that I've read recently is Peter Pan.
Oh, that's a good one. And what'd you like about it?
I just like the whole book in general.
Would you want to be a boy that never grows up? Maybe not. Maybe not.
Because you get to stay up later when you're an adult.
Did you catch that?
And you get to drive to Rita's.
How about Blake or Gray? Neither of you share about? Okay, come on up, Gray.
A recent book that I read was Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief.
I like that too.
That book's great.
And what is that based on?
Greek gods, and it's about Poseidon's son.
Cool.
Very
great.
good. Very good. And Blake, do you want to share? Okay. And then everybody will have. Oh, Charlize, did you speak at all?
I did.
Oh, then 2 more people. Just 2 more people after Blake. Okay.
My favorite book that I recently read was The Westing Game. It was just like so many mysteries that they had to solve, and I really liked it.
That's a really confusing book. Like there's so many characters that you have to keep track of. You must be a very good reader. Okay, Charlize and Kira, come on up. Charlize, come on. I want them to meet everybody.
One of my favorite books is probably Wonder because it kind of I can understand like the difficulties of some people with disorders, and
Okay, so I don't know if you could hear her, but she said wonder, and that was also, I think last year the fourth graders went to the movie to see it too, right?
Oh, really?
Yes.
No, we could go
I
to
don't know.
see it.
Well, a book that I recently read was Fuzzy Mud.
Fuzzy mug?
No, Fuzzy Mud.
Fuzzy mud.
Mud.
Fuzzy
What
Mud.
is that?
I don't know. I forget it.
You forgot it
Yeah,
already.
but it was. I remember it was a pretty good book, I guess. Like it's hard to explain. It's about fuzzy mud.
So that's hard to explain. It is difficult to explain fuzzy mud. I would have the same problem.
I can't explain books.
Okay, you just have to read it.
I know.
Okay, we have one more. Brennan is back, and then we're gonna call it a day. Okay. Okay, Brennan, go ahead.
My favorite book that I've read recently is probably Where the Red Fern Grows. Because I really liked the ending. It really moved me.
It was very emotional. Believe it or not, I've never read that, but since you said that, I'm going to read it now because I can tell that it's going to be an emotional experience. So that encouraged me. Thank you. All right, so I think we're going to call it a day because it is lunch/recess. So they don't want to end it, so that's a good sign. Can you all say thank you?
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in.